Hey guys, it's Jeff here again with Train 4x4 Adventures. Back at you with another video, and this time I'm going to talk about my new process for airing up and airing down. That's a lot quicker. If you've been on my channel for a while, you saw one of my first videos where I demonstrated using my Inflate air down system for the first time. Boy, that was a rough video. But anyhow, I've completely changed the method that I use on airing up and airing down now that I've got these Agile Offroad Overlander HD wheels, which are just phenomenal. And the big difference here is set up with 2 valve stems. So I've got a lot of questions around this, so I figured I'd take a few minutes and kind of show you the equipment that I'm using, my process, and answer one of the most common questions, which is it necessary? Or what are the advantages of having these 2 valve stems? So let me walk you through that. All right, so starting up front, we've got the ARB onboard air compressor. This is a single cylinder model that I have that came standard in the Jayco terrain. I did, however, add stainless steel line going to the back. I'll show you how that's mounted in the rear, and just give me convenient access out back. And then the Jayco came with a port that was way back here, really difficult to reach. So I added this Agile kit to have another port up front, much more accessible. And here's the rear port. And on the left side is the fill for my water tank. That's where my spare tire used to go. On the right side is the onboard air rear port, and it is mounted with the new Agile chromoly bracket that mounts directly to the trailer hitch of the van. Apologize, my van is pretty dirty. We've been in the snow quite a bit lately. But this is where I air up the 2 rear tires, is conveniently from this port in the back. All right, and then for the other equipment that I use, I've got this nice Overland Gear Guy Onboard Air Bag where I keep a set of gloves, my tire pressure gauge. I'm going to show you how to utilize that in a moment, and then my onboard air hose. All right, so here's my inflation hose, and at the end we've got a ball valve and the apex screw-on coupler. I prefer this method to screw on the hose rather than clamping it on, because it really will not damage your valve stems. All right, and here's a close-up look of the valve stems that I have on my wheels. So this is a rapid deflate valve stem, and so we just screw off the cap here. And then I connect my air pressure gauge to just see what the air pressure is in there. And then to air down in just a matter of seconds, hit this valve, and we're gonna go down to 25 PSI very quickly. All right, so just like that, in a matter of about 10 seconds, we are aired down. So that's the big difference of having a dual valve stem system, is you can have these rapid deflate valves and air down very quickly and get back out to our adventures and take the hassle out of airing down. Now, this is the rapid inflate valve. So this can only be used on a dual valve stem equipped vehicle, and so with these wheels, this is the main advantage. So this is a high capacity input valve stem that will greatly reduce the fill-up time of this tire over just a regular Schrader valve, because there's no Schrader valve in here. It's just air input only. And let's show you how the airing up process works now. All right, so I've got my air hose connected, and When we're ready to begin inflating the tire, we just turn the valve, air compressor is just kicked on, and then I'll monitor the inflate here on my other valve stem, and we'll just monitor it going back up to where I had it, which is 50 PSI. So I'm gonna time that, and I'll let you know what the air inflate time is. Now, of course, on this van, equipped with just the single cylinder ARB air compressor, it's not gonna be quite as rapid as it would be if we were utilizing the twin ARB. But as you can see, it's moving rather efficiently. So that's the main benefit of having the dual valve stem set up on your vans. You can deflate all 4 tires in about a minute, because as you could see, it took me about 10 seconds to air down this tire, and will probably take me just shy of 5 minutes to air up. All right, so that's a wrap. Just under 5 minutes to go from 25 PSI on this wheel to 50. And again, that's using the single cylinder ARB air compressor that came standard with my Jayco Terrain. If you had the ARB twin air compressor, I'm sure you'd be looking at nearly half the time to inflate these tires. So again, is it worth it to have dual valve stem wheels like I'm showing here, which is the Agile Offroad Overlander HD wheels? I would say a resounding yes. Airing down with these Apex valve stems, airing down in about 10 seconds per wheel, you could go around to all 4 wheels and be back on the trail in a minute or 2. That's a huge difference from the setup that I had with the Morflate system. Again, don't want to knock that at all. It's a great system. It's very convenient. You can dial in all 4 wheels at the same time. If you want to take a look at that video again, it's a tough one. It was one of my first videos I've ever created, but you can click the link up here and take a look at it. But it connected to all 4 wheels, and then to air down, I think it took me about 5 minutes to air down all 4 tires, which isn't horrible, but could significantly cut it down with these wheels. So other advantages of these wheels is that they're rated at 4,250 pounds capacity, so very heavy duty for these Sprinter vans. And if you're doing off-roading like I am, it just gives you another degree of confidence. And then they also have a 32 millimeter offset, so if you're running the Agile Off-Road Rip Kit, you don't need to use wheel spacers. And then they're fairly lightweight, so they're 30 and a half pounds, I believe. So fairly lightweight and great design. And what I like, they're super easy to clean. So if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'd be happy to address any questions you might have. Again, this setup now that I have for airing up and airing down my tires, I think is a vast improvement and saves me a lot of time and makes things a bit easier. So I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and I hope to see you out on the trail sometime soon. Take care, all.